What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be updating you guys on some pretty crazy results that I've gotten from being on a strict carnivore diet for 14 days. Okay, just to give you guys some background information, so I've been basically on and off a carnivore diet for the last almost 9 months now. When I say on and off, I mean I've done like strict carnivore for like a couple months here and there, and then I kind of switched more to an animal-based diet. So I wasn't only just having like meat and butter, I was also having fruit, honey, and lots of dairy. I was still staying around like 30 to 40 grams of carbs, so it was like a super low carb diet still. All my carbs were coming from honey and fruit and like a little bit of dairy, but I was doing that pretty consistently for, I want to say, like the last 3 or 4 months. And honestly, I just got to a point where I was just feeling terrible. I was like, something is wrong. Like, I'm still eating super clean, a pretty carnivore-ish diet, and I just still felt super inflamed. I actually gained a decent amount of weight, and I just felt like something was wrong. So I made the decision to go back to strict carnivore: meat, butter, salt, water, and black coffee. I know coffee is a plant food, but I've cut that out before and there was no issue, so I decided to keep that. But yeah, so that is the current diet I am on. I just finished 14 days and a lot has happened. 14 days ago, I decided to cut out dairy, fruit, honey, and eggs too. And I don't know if eggs are bothering me. I'm praying to God that they're not, because I love them, but I just wanted to do this right. I feel like I've been wasting so much time the last 8 months doing it like with dairy and without, with fruit, without, with honey, without. And I was like, okay, I just need to go back to baseline. I need to do this strict, and I need to find out exactly what is affecting me. So I decided just to cut out everything out besides beef, butter, salt, water, and black coffee. And in 14 days, I lost 12 pounds, which is insane because I don't feel like I'm very overweight. Like, do I have 10 or 15 pounds that I wanted to lose? For sure, but I wasn't expecting it to all come off that quickly. I started the diet at 166.4 pounds, and on day 14, I weighed in at 154.6. So it was like exactly 12 pounds in 14 days. And I just feel like all of my inflammation just fell off of me. Like, even just a 10-pound difference is such a big deal. I've been feeling way better in the gym. I just feel lighter in general. Like, before I was feeling super heavy and just like lethargic and gross. I don't know. So getting rid of all of that inflammation has been the most amazing feeling. So there's a couple things I want to talk about. First thing was just the weight loss. So yeah, down 12 pounds. The second thing is sleep. Even the way I was eating 14 days ago with dairy, fruit, and honey, like, it's still really healthy, but I would still wake up in the morning and I would feel like I got hit by a truck. It was like somebody came in my room, beat me up while I was sleeping. That's how I felt every morning. It's like I would wake up and I would just feel strapped to my bed. My body would feel so heavy. It would take me so long to get up and get moving. And I just got to a point where I was just feeling hopeless. I was like, okay, this is just always how I'm gonna feel. But the last 14 days, basically after like day 2 or 3, I'm feeling completely normal. Like, I can wake up in the morning and I don't feel crappy. I'm just able to hop out of bed. And I was like, how is that possible in such a short period of time? So my gut feeling is that I've been having a pretty bad, maybe inflammatory response to dairy, and I think cutting that out has made the biggest difference, or maybe it's just carbs in general. And I think I forgot to mention, I do have Lyme disease, so I've been struggling with that for like the last 4 years. That's the original reason I started carnivore and why I decided to be super strict again. So it could have been the carbs, could have been the dairy, I don't know, but I'm sleeping way better and I'm waking up actually feeling like refreshed and rested for the first time in my entire life. Leading me to point number 3, which is energy. My energy has been insane. It's like, usually there's peaks and crashes and it kind of repeats that process, but it's just been super stable at like the same baseline, and I'm just not tired throughout the day. Usually around like 3 or 4, I'm hitting a wall and I just need to sleep or take a nap. I haven't been napping at all. I haven't been needing to take like extra rest or just kind of like sit down as much as I usually would. I just feel like I'm just full of energy, and with every single day the last 14 days, it's like it's accumulated. Like, I've gotten more and more energy, and that is the best feeling because I've been struggling with chronic fatigue for the last 4 years from my Lyme disease. So the fact that that happened so quickly is very motivating. Fourth biggest change was my anxiety and depression, and I do not say this lightly. when I say that they have both just vanished. I feel like kind of speechless over this because I've been the most anxious person, and I've been severely depressed and honestly just suicidal the last 4 years since I've gotten my Lyme disease. It has been just terrible. And I just found myself, I'm just not anxious anymore. I just feel very calm and collected. And even when I'm like stressed and have a lot of things to do, it's almost like I can control it and I can control my emotions. I don't feel depressed. Before, I used to feel like I just had this like cloud of doom and depression hanging over me all day, 24/7, like I could cry at any moment. And this is just really making me think that everything is related to food. Everything. And it's a very kind of crazy concept to try and understand, because it just makes you think about all the people that are probably depressed or maybe super anxious just because of the food that they're eating. So yeah, anxiety, depression, gone, leading me to my last point, which is overall focus and brain fog. Brain fog was another thing where I just felt like all the time, like I just kind of wasn't really there. I would be having conversations with people and I'm not very focused. It was really hard for me to just sit down and do work. I would be checking my phone every 2 seconds. I'd be super distracted thinking about things. And now I'm noticing I can have a conversation with someone and I'm like so present. I'm like so focused on what they're saying. Or if I'm sitting down to like edit and do work, it's like I'm in my own world. Nothing can distract me. It's just, this is blowing my mind in 14 days. How is this possible? How is this possible? You know, I was on medication for ADHD. I was on medication for depression. I've tried so many different things. Nothing has worked. Nothing has worked. And if those things did work, it was maybe just for like a couple of weeks, and then they made me, you know, more suicidal and more depressed and more anxious and gave me all these issues. So I'm just like at a loss for words of the results I've gotten in these 14 days. And I have no plan on stopping. I'm actually documenting 100 days of strict carnivore on my Instagram and my TikTok. So I'll put the @ and the links in the description as well. If you want to follow along, be sure to head over there. But yeah, 14 days done. Today is currently day 15. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really excited, very just mind blown by the results. And I felt like it was too good to not share. So I just want to share all of that with you guys. I'm going to try my best to be posting as much as I can on YouTube as well during this 100-day journey, posting full days of eating and just little topics here and there that I think can maybe help you guys. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I am more than happy to answer and help in any way that I possibly can. Yeah, those are my results so far on 14 days of strict carnivore. So make sure you subscribe, like the video. It means a lot to me. And if you watched today, thank you for being here. It means the absolute world to me. And I'll see you in the next one.